A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold and controversial move, Georgia's Prime Minister Irakli Kobakhidze announced on Thursday that the country is suspending its talks to join the European Union for a period of 4 years. This decision has been framed as a response to what Kobakhidze described as blackmail and manipulation from certain politicians within the EU. The announcement comes on the heels of a contentious parliamentary election held on October 26, which has been marred by allegations of electoral fraud and external interference, particularly from Russia. Following the election, which many viewed as a referendum on Georgia's aspirations to join the EU, widespread protests erupted across the country, leading to an opposition boycott of parliament. The opposition claims that the election was rigged, asserting that Russia is attempting to maintain its influence over Georgia, a former Soviet republic that has been striving for closer ties with the West. European election observers reported a divisive atmosphere during the election, citing instances of bribery, double voting, and even physical violence. The EU had previously placed Georgia's accession talks on hold, citing backsliding on democratic reforms. Kobakhidze's statement on Thursday further complicates an already tense relationship between Georgia and the EU. He emphasized that while Georgia remains committed to its EU membership aspirations, the government will not prioritize negotiations until the end of 2028. In a striking declaration, Kobakhidze also stated that Georgia would reject any budgetary grants from the EU during this period. The announcement has sparked outrage among opposition parties and citizens, leading to thousands of protesters taking to the streets in Tbilisi and other cities to voice their dissent. Earlier in the day, the European Parliament condemned the October election results, labeling them as neither free nor fair, and urged a rerun of the vote under international supervision. EU lawmakers have called for sanctions against the Georgian government and limited formal contacts, further straining relations. Kobakhidze responded vehemently to the EU's criticism, accusing European politicians of disrespecting Georgia's sovereignty and turning the European Parliament into a tool for blackmail. He stated, "We will continue on our path toward the European Union. However, we will not allow anyone to keep us in a constant state of blackmail and manipulation, which is utterly disrespectful to our country and society." He called for a dignified dialogue with European officials, insisting that they should engage with Georgia on equal terms rather than through threats and insults. Critics of the ruling Georgian Dream Party, which Kobakhidze represents, have accused the government of authoritarianism and drifting closer to Moscow. Founded by billionaire Bidzina Ivanishvili, the party has faced scrutiny for its handling of democratic processes and reforms. The recent passage of a controversial foreign influence law has been viewed as a significant setback for democratic freedoms in Georgia, further complicating its EU aspirations. As protests continue to unfold, the situation in Georgia remains tense. The opposition has vowed to keep the pressure on the government, demanding accountability and transparency in the electoral process. With the EU's response still unfolding, the future of Georgia's European aspirations hangs in the balance as the country grapples with internal divisions and external pressures. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.